This is a guided meditation, a practice to help connect with your inner child, which is the part of your conscious that retains the memories, feelings, and beliefs from your early years. In this meditation, we explore how the inner child represents your emotional core and the collection of experiences that shaped who you are today. Childhood traumas often leave lasting wounds that aren't just memories. They are unmet needs and unprocessed pain that remain with us into adulthood. Self-protection methods are unconsciously developed by the child to survive these harms. To stay safe from physical or emotional pain, you may have learned to shut down, please others, become very reactive and defensive, or build walls. After we enter into adulthood, relationships often become the stage where these old wounds resurface. When you have an emotional reaction that feels much bigger than the situation at hand, such as an intense fear of abandonment, sudden defensiveness, or a feeling of completely shutting down, it is often your wounded inner child reacting from a place of past hurt and self-preservation. During childhood, these reactions were useful and necessary because there were no other options. We typically were unable to leave an unhealthy or even possibly a dangerous environment, so we had to adapt in order to make it through. However, although these tactics that we intuitively learned for our emotional survival served us well back then, they are no longer very helpful in relationships as adults. On the contrary, they are typically unhelpful, and they can even be harmful at times. These unconscious responses have turned into automatic reflexes and were adaptive during childhood, but are now in many ways maladaptive. We may know and understand this at an intellectual level, yet that doesn't prevent us from having these reactions, most especially during times of heightened emotion and stress. And in the aftermath of one such occasion, oftentimes a self-narrative kicks in that is harsh and scolding toward that part of us that reacted in a way that we wish to change. And this part of us is the inner child. Inadvertently, we adopt the voice of the adults who scolded us as children, or maybe worse, which only fortifies the very response that we wish to change. Through this practice, you can begin to change this relationship with your inner child. And we start by offering that younger version of you the unconditional love, safety, validation, and compassion that the adults in your life were unable to adequately provide. In practicing this, you will find yourself better able to respond to life and relationships with a greater sense of peace and authenticity. So to begin this exercise, take a moment to get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Now take a long and deep breath, imagining cool air filling your lungs. Now focus on the sensation of the gentle pull of gravity on your body and being supported by the surface underneath you. Now they consciously connect with the idea that you are in a very safe place right now. Use your imagination to make a space where you feel completely secure and at peace. Now in this space, visualize a younger version of yourself. This child might look like you at age 5, or 10, or just after a painful experience, when he is hurt and feeling alone and afraid. Observe him from a distance. Notice his expression and posture. Now step into your role as the nurturing adult. Offer exactly what your younger self might have needed back then. If he felt alone, offer comfort and companionship. If he felt unheard and without anyone to advocate for him, offer a listening ear. If he felt scared, offer a sense of security and reassurance. Now witness his response as he receives your attention, compassion, and care. Look your younger self in the eyes and express deep gratitude. Acknowledge his resilience and the ways that he was able to navigate challenges. Honor the ways he adapted to very difficult circumstances, recognizing that these were strategies for emotional and physical survival. Place a hand on your heart and speak directly to your younger self. Tell him this: I have a promise for you. The things you had to do to navigate difficult times are not nearly as necessary now. You no longer have to carry those burdens. I am the adult now, and I am here to care for you. I will provide for your safety and your needs. You are free to be yourself. Playful, loving, silly, creative, imaginative, spontaneous, adventurous, trusting, forgiving, carefree. I am sorry and I apologize for any time in the past when I shut you down, scolded, and disparaged you for just being yourself. And I am here now making a commitment to you to no longer treat you that way. From now on, I am always here for you, and I will not abandon you. You are full of goodness. I love you with my entire heart, and that there is nothing that you have done or will do that can possibly make me love you any less than I do right now. Imagine the fear that this child must have, and how much he would need to trust in you before being able to let go of the protective mechanisms that he had to develop in order to survive, both emotionally and physically. Offer him comfort and peace. Let him know you are present now, attentive to him and his needs, and will continue to be. Visualize this comforted version of your younger self integrating into your present heart. This exercise is drawing to a close, so now take 3 deep breaths. Now gently push your feet into the ground. Stretch your arms out to your sides and extend and spread your fingers out. Feel the strength in your adult body. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to open.